All right, finally got the greenhouse going. A lot of repairs had to happen to the tarp. Had holes all over the place. I still didn't seal everything the way I wanted to. But what we basically did, because last year we had a major windstorm and it ripped it up. So we had to use some of this red tape in all the places that we got rips. There's probably a bunch more. I have to find them. And I'll take you on the outside and show you how we secured it, because the wind here is just crazy. And it keeps, this thing turns into like a parachute. It's so strong and it just keeps ripping itself apart. So this is the major tape job we had to do. I don't know how well it's gonna hold, but I think this greenhouse tent is done after this year. We had to do all this, so we put these thin pieces here of wood and we tied them with metal wire. I suppose I could have done it with zip ties as well, but I guess this makes a little less of a hole in the plastic. And I was gonna throw this plastic out anyways, so hopefully we don't get some crazy wind and it starts pulling on the plastic and ripping things even further. But I had no choice because I could not get another cover for this. They're out of stock, and I knew it was pretty much going in the garbage. I just needed services for maybe a month, maybe 2 months maximum, and then that's it. I take it down, because no matter how good your greenhouse is, it's still reducing the sun and the light on your figs. I hear it's about 20%. Don't quote me on that. But the second I can get my figs out in the open air, I do that. So I got the fig trees here, and you can see things are a lot of green going on. Just waiting for a little bit of warmth to get themselves going. Okay, you can always tell the hardier varieties always have a little bit more green tips going on, but everything looks like it needs a lot of water and just to get things going. So I might start that right now and get probably some all-purpose fertilizer going on too, to get the nitrogen working and get the leaves going and get these trees started. I just basically looking to give them that head start so that I could, especially with the later varieties, get everything to fruit early enough so that I could be picking before the frost comes in the fall, and even before the rainy season if possible, that you get somewhere towards the end of the season. So to get things going, we're going to use some of this Miracle Grow all-purpose fertilizer. Okay, check it out here. You see that it's 24, 8, 16. I hope you can see that. Okay, so 24 represents the nitrogen, and nitrogen is what you're going to need to get your tree growing, get the leaves out. All right. Later on in the season, we're going to move to a more balanced kind of fertilizer. like this 18, 18, 21. Okay, so this is more of a tomato and fruit fertilizer. Why? Because that's what you want to do. You want fruit. You don't want leaves. So you want to focus a little bit on that middle number, okay, which is the potassium. All right. So usually in the Miracle Grow, the all-purpose is usually blue, and this one, the tomato fertilizer, is usually red in color, the actual fertilizer. So what I normally do is I use half the recommended strength, okay? So they usually give you this spoon. I usually use half of it, okay? And this is, and I always add a little bit more water than what they recommend. So I actually wish I could use this. This fresh fertilizer is amazing. And because it's organic, it's filled with many other nutrients that is in there, and it's very, very strong. The problem with it is the smell is very, very strong. And in the greenhouse, I tried it last year, it was a killer. So I'm going to hold myself until things are out in the open. However, believe it or not, even out in the open, this thing smells. Okay, so I just realized I didn't read you the directions. Let me see here. Okay, so the directions of the all-purpose fertilizer, they're saying mix 22 milliliters, which that spoon that I showed you is 22 milliliters. So I use about half, let's say 11 to 13 milliliters. And they say in 6 liters of water, okay, which is 1.5 gallons. So what I do is, I believe this watering can I have is 2 liters. So I'll put a little bit more than half. It's about 13 milliliters in that spoon, and then I'll fill it all the way up to the 8 liters, which is 2 gallons. Okay.